Dear students, welcome to School Success. In this video, we'll do the question answers of the chapter The Butterfly's Shadow. So the first question is, why did the old lady in the white sari shake her head when she looked at the narrator? And the answer is, the old lady in the white sari shook her head when she looked at the narrator because the narrator seemed very tired and exhausted. In the Sinhala language, she said, Ene po, which means, oh, poor thing. The old lady felt sympathy for the narrator because climbing up the steep path to Adam's Peak is not easy, and the narrator was sweating a lot and breathing hard. The old lady might have thought the narrator was having a tough time, and that's why she shook her head and said those words to express concern and understanding. Next question. What did the narrator realize to her dismay? Answer. The narrator realized to her dismay that the rest of the way to the top of Adam's Peak was going to be even more difficult. The path ahead was going to be an almost vertical stairway, making the climb more challenging. This made the narrator feel a bit worried or upset because she had already been climbing for more than 2 hours and now she understood that the upcoming part of the journey was going to be even harder. Moving on to the next question. Why do you think the narrator describes the climb to Adam's Peak as one of the toughest experiences she has had? And the answer is the narrator describes the climb to Adam's Peak as one of the toughest experiences because it was really hard for her. Climbing the steep mountain path for more than 2 hours made her very tired, and the realization that there was an even more difficult climb ahead, almost like going up a straight up stairway, added to the challenge. Since the narrator and her friends were not used to such tough climbs, it made the whole experience feel extra difficult and exhausting. So, when she says it's one of the toughest, she means it's one of the hardest things she has ever done. Next question. How does the narrator describe the sky after reaching the summit? And the answer is after reaching the summit, the narrator describes the sky as really beautiful. The sky turned into many different colors like a kaleidoscope. First, it was a delicate blue, and then it changed to vivid shades of orange. The narrator felt mesmerized, which means she couldn't look away because it was so stunning. The sunrise above the distant hills painted the sky in these amazing colors, making the whole scene feel magical and breathtaking. Next question. Why did the narrator's knees feel like jelly when she began her downward trek? And the answer is the narrator's knees felt like jelly when she started going down because climbing the steep path to Adam's Peak was really hard on her legs. The word jelly is used to explain that her knees felt weak and wobbly, like how jelly wiggles. This happens when someone is very tired or has used their muscles a lot. So, after the tough climb to the top, the narrator's knees were tired and felt shaky when she began to go down the mountain. Moving on to the next. Read these sentences from the passage and answer the questions that follow. First, along the way, they stop for mud puddling on the ground to absorb salt and minerals from wet soil along with the moisture or settle on flowers to sip nectar. Question is, who are they? They refers to the butterflies. The sentence is saying that along the way the butterflies stop for something called mud puddling on the ground. They do this to absorb salt and minerals from the wet soil along with getting moisture. Additionally, the butterflies might also settle on flowers to drink nectar. So, They, in this context, is talking about the butterflies on their journey. What do you understand by the term mud puddling? Mud puddling is a behavior observed in butterflies when they land on wet or damp soil and extract mineral salts and moisture from it. The term refers to the butterflies absorbing these essential nutrients through their proboscis, which is a long, flexible, tube like tongue. The minerals and salts obtained during mud puddling are believed to be important for various physiological functions, including reproduction. This behavior is commonly observed in male butterflies and it is thought to contribute to their overall health and well being. Essentially, mud puddling is a way for butterflies to supplement their diet by extracting important substances from the soil. Question: what time of the year do they do this? An answer is the butterflies engage in mud puddling on their journey to Adam's Peak every year between December and May. During this period, the butterflies make their migration to the peak and the behavior of mud puddling is observed. So, the time of the year for mud puddling is from December to May. Why do you think they have to touch the ground or settle on flowers from time to time? They, referring to the butterflies, touch the ground for a behavior known as mud puddling to absorb essential minerals and salts. These nutrients are crucial for various physiological functions, particularly in context of reproduction. Settling on flowers is likely another way for butterflies to gather nectar. Nectar is a sugary liquid produced by flowers and it serves as a major food source for butterflies. By sipping nectar from flowers, butterflies gain the energy needed for their flight and overall survival. Therefore, touching the ground and settling on flowers are behaviors exhibited by butterflies to obtain necessary nutrients and energy during their migration and journey to Adam's Peak. Next, the second sentence is: it was a fleeting sight which appeared like magic and quickly disappeared as the mist dissolved in the bright morning daylight. What fleeting sight does the narrator describe? The fleeting sight that the narrator describes is the huge shadow of Adam's Peak, which appeared like magic and quickly disappeared. This phenomena occurs at dawn when the sun emerges, creating a perfect triangle shadow on the western sky. The shadow is formed by the mist and clouds around the mountain and is temporary, lasting only for a short time before dissolving in the bright morning daylight. Question: why did the sight appear like magic? The sight appeared like magic because it was a special and enchanting moment. The narrator used the term to express the extraordinary and almost unbelievable nature of the event. The sudden appearance of a huge shadow in the shape of a perfect triangle created by the mist and clouds around Adam's Peak had a mysterious and captivating quality. The word magic suggests that the sight was so remarkable and seemingly unreal that it left a strong and magical impression on the narrator. Write the opposites of quickly and bright. The opposites of quickly are slowly or gradually, and the opposites of bright are dim or dark. Use the word fleeting in a sentence of your own. The feeling of joy during the family reunion was fleeting as the moment passed quickly, leaving a bittersweet longing for more time together. Next question. The narrator describes in detail her tiring and difficult climb to reach the summit. Point out the differences between her mood and physical state during the climb and at the time of descent. The narrator tells us about a tough journey climbing Adam's Peak. She explains feeling tired, sweaty, and almost giving up during the steep climb. But When they finally reach the top, everything changes. The narrator is amazed by the beautiful sunrise and a special shadow in the sky. The mood goes from being tired to feeling wonder and joy. On the way down, even though the legs ache, the narrator is happy and fulfilled, thinking about the magical sights they saw from the peak. So, the difference is like going from feeling really tired and struggling to being super amazed and happy. Moving on to the next question. The perfect triangle formed in the sky at Adam's Peak is an optical phenomenon. Comment. Answer is the description of the perfect triangle shadow at Adam's Peak is captivating, showcasing the magical interaction of mist, clouds, and sunlight as an optical phenomena. It adds a magical element to the already splendid journey, making the visit to the peak a truly delightful experience. Moving on, imagine yourself in the shoes of the author of The Butterfly Mountain's Shadow. Write a letter to your friend in about 100 to 150 words, sharing your experience of visiting Adam's Peak. Write about the beauty of the place and your journey. Here it goes. Dear, name of your friend. I hope you're doing great. I really wanted to tell you about my awesome time at Adams Peak. Climbing up was tough and I was super tired when we got to the top. But wow, the tiredness disappeared when I saw the sunrise. The sky turned all kinds of pretty colors and there was this amazing shadow that looked like a perfect triangle made by the peak. The journey was hard, but also filled with cool moments. The green hills, lots of stairs, and hanging out with other climbers made it super memorable. I felt really proud and happy when we reached the summit. Wish you were there to see the beauty of Adams Peak with me. Can't wait to chat more about it soon. Take care, and you can put your name here. Moving on. Imagine yourself as a newspaper reporter. Interview Tara Gandhi about her expedition to Butterfly Mountain. So here it goes. Reporter, welcome Tara to the intrepid section of our newspaper. Tara Gandhi, thank you so much. Reporter, Tara, tell us about your journey to Butterfly Mountain. What made it special? Tara Gandhi. Climbing Butterfly Mountain or Adams Peak was awesome. The path was tough, but the nature view was amazing. The sunrise made the sky colorful like a rainbow. There was this cool shadow shaped like a triangle, which was like magic. Reporter, what inspired you for this trip? Tara Gandhi. I love nature and animals. Butterfly Mountain is famous for both religious stuff and butterflies. I wanted to see it all. Reporter, any cool moments during the climb? Tara Gandhi. Oh, yeah. The sunrise and the triangle shadow was super cool. It's why I love these adventures. Moving on to the next question. Why does the narrator describes in detail her tiring and difficult climb to reach Adam's Peak? And the answer is the narrator talks a lot about how hard it was to climb Adam's Peak because the climb was a tough and challenging experience. The narrator wants to share the difficulty of the journey, expressing the physical exhaustion, sweating, and the breathlessness encountered during the steep ascent. By describing the hardships, the narrator helps others understands the effort and determination required to reach the summit of Adams Peak, making the accomplishment more meaningful. It also adds to the overall story, giving a sense of the adventure and highlighting the contrast with the beautiful and rewarding moments at the peak.